Okay. Ed, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cartographers Guild. I am Josh.
And I'm Drea.
I'm Leah.
I'm Brad.
And welcome to our third D&D Livestream session for YouTube. It's going to be episode 7. And due to fun streaming technology, this is our second introduction. So don't worry about all this, because right now we're going to insert Brad's summary.
So, first we went into the experimental submarine, and somehow managed not to drown, despite the fact that the mad scientist practically assured us that we would. He said the opposite, but he's a mad scientist, so you know how that goes. We fought some, like, fishmen or something that were huge wimps and ran away mostly. And then we snuck up on a camp of perfectly innocent guards and murdered them all in their sleep.
No, one
mostly.
woke up. One woke up.
One woke up. We tried to sneak attack the handful that were awake, and that didn't work. But somehow they didn't actually make any noise. They were the worst guards.
And we didn't kill them all. We killed like 3 and knocked the rest out
Sure.
in their sleep.
You can tell yourself. If that
I'm
helps
pretty
you
sure
figure
they
it out.
didn't bleed to death.
So we stole like a wagon or 2 or something, including an ancient cursed artifact that we happily
Managed not to put on.
managed not to put on, and then happily handed off to the shady guy who hired us, who's almost certainly not going to put it on himself. I'm sure that's totally fine. Definitely just hand off cursed artifacts to NPCs we've met all at once.
Don't talk about Strider. I mean, whatever his name was like that.
Tagger.
Tagger.
And then he sent us to the capital because we had nothing else to do at the moment, and we hung out there and had
A strangely fluffy side quest.
yeah, we found Bubble Bath and delivered it to a nymph.
A river nymph.
Yeah.
And we got a rather interesting condiment pot.
An alchemical jar.
That
Yeah.
chemical jar that makes all kinds of stuff, including mayonnaise.
Yep.
The one that really matters, the mayonnaise.
Yeah,
That's the one that stood out to me. Like, it makes mayonnaise. It makes all kinds of stuff, including like oil and
Like a bunch of fresh water.
water and like,
acid.
Yeah, it makes acid. It makes
Poison.
poison, but only a very little tiny bit of poison.
Well, only makes a little tiny bit of acid too.
But like stuff,
Enough to kill somebody, though.
Oh yeah.
stuff that would be really nice for traveling adventurers to have on the road.
Yes.
It's nice to have condiments. You don't really get those when you're sleeping on rocks, so I was kind of grateful for it.
And easily achieved fresh water is also
Also
handy.
good. Can't argue with that. See, when you first
Though,
started to say that, I was
isn't
like, what do you
create
mean?
water
I'm
a
already
cantrip?
here. And then I was like, oh crap, not playing a cleric this
Like, that's,
time.
I'm pretty sure that's a cleric
Right.
cantrip.
No. Okay, that was inserted. Now, shall we continue? Thank you,
Yes.
Brad, so much for your summary.
Good job.
Thanks.
It was the best.
It was magical. We were all there.
We were all there. So I wanted to kind of build up the area you guys are currently in right now, get a little bit more detail in there, because it's probably going to be important. So if you remember, you guys are in
Translation. It will be important.
Yeah. You are in the city of Cerule's Divide, which is the capital of the Jayard Kingdom you guys are currently in. If you remember correctly, it is at the mouth of a delta. So river flows down that you guys came down and then splits off, and it's right there in the middle. There are bridges leading off from the east and the west. It is, because it is the capital of the kingdom, it's walled off. Like you would to protect yourself from invaders and things of that nature.
Like you do.
Like you do.
It's split up into 4 districts. The northernmost district, which is of course right up against where the river split is and everything like that, is called the Court District. And the Court District is where you're going to find all of your lordly manors, the main castle.
So that's where we're staying, because that's
yes.
where the Saineric hold is.
Yes. It's also the most well-guarded part of town. Big surprise. And even includes a sub-wall division between it and the rest of the city, which does have its own like parapets and guard towers, but for the most part they're unmanned, because you don't need it unless you're being attacked. So they're just there. To the south of
I
that,
thought we wanted to keep out the common people.
yes. Oh, please do shoot that man. He's begging for money.
The peasants. Oh, the stench.
Thankfully, they're not the next district over. The next district south of that is called the Coin District. And the Coin District is where all the markets and shops and things of that nature and trade usually occurs. There is a main road that runs from the east gateway to the west gateway that bisects the Coin District. And near the east and west gates both is a large open-air market. So you have the two large markets, and then you've got your shops and taverns and inns and everything else mixed in with that. To the south of that is what's known as the Clay District. And the Clay District is where most of the people live and reside. So this is where most of the houses are. This is where a couple of the churches are. A couple of guild houses are here for trade crafts, for training new people and things of that nature. And then to the south of that, kind of intermingling with it to a certain degree, is the Silt District. And the Silt District is your poor part of town. There's a couple of inns there. There's a couple of taverns there. That's where shady business typically occurs, because it's also not the most heavily well-guarded part of town.
So there's no like temple district or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, like I said, if you're looking for churches, it'll be in the Clay District. Because that's where the common folk are too, so that's where people are going to reside.
We agreed that I came here for Wizard College, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Would that have been in the...
That's in the Court District.
That was in the court?
Yes, the
Okay.
Mages Guild is in the Court District, which would make sense because, you also met her and her manor house is near there.
Well,
Well, no.
we knew
right.
each other from our hometown.
Right.
I came here...
We met in Cartien.
Yeah.
When he was here, I didn't see him while he was in school because I was in the army.
Right.
I remember now. Okay.
Gummy bears.
And then just to note of that, south of the entire town is essentially the farmland, which is stretches for a couple of miles south because it being where the river splits off and everything like that, it's incredibly rich farmland, and it provides basically all the food for Cerule's Divide and a good portion of it for the rest of the kingdom.
Nice.
So, very rich stuff. So, you guys are currently at your Leah's manor house, as it were. Well, no. I'm assuming you went back there after your adventure with the river nymph.
Yeah.
So, as you're hanging out, your manservant, as it were, let's see.
I don't think you named him, which
No,
is fine.
I don't think I did. It's not important.
They're called butlers, honey.
Sure. But he walks up and goes, Lady Seneric, you have a message.
I do.
And
All
he
right.
hands you a sealed note.
Thank you.
The sealed note, well, you'd recognize the seal as the seal of Jayard.
So, oh, okay.
It's work related.
Yep. So you crack it open, and it's a letter from Taggart, and he basically says, "All right, we've gotten a definitive origin for that amulet, and it's definitely from the cults of Bane. But we need to figure out why Ryland has this, what they plan on doing with it. The cults of Bane have been known to be kind of sneaky in the way they do things. They're not really one of the up front send a horde of cultists after somebody to murder them. They like being a little underhanded.
What kind of god is Bane again?
Tyranny.
Yeah,
right?
Bane is the
Tyranny?
god of tyranny.
Okay.
I just think it was interesting that it was obvious, like it was on a caravan that was obviously like this was government. This was
Yeah, so
yeah.
they're trying to figure out why the Ryland kingdom is doing this.
that's quite
what
an
the connection has
affiliation.
So, while they're looking for things, there have been rumors that there might, because they do underhanded stuff, he wants to make sure that Jayard is clear of this.
So he wants us to go poking around the Stilt districts.
Well, no, he wants you to poke around this place in general. And he's like, just see if you can investigate any sort of cult activity within the capital. I'll do my own little investigation on the side, but you guys are already there, and you know some of the people, so do me a favor and find out what's going on.
Hopefully the answer could be nothing here. Let's hope it's nothing here. All right, I pass around the letter.
Huh.
He's so specific and informative.
I have no idea how to go about such a thing.
I would assume that if he had the specifications, he would have sent his own troops to do it already.
Maybe he just wants to see how we would go about it. I have no idea how to go about it.
Maybe he just really doesn't know what to do.
How nice that he has faith that we would.
Can I like roll religion or something to?
Oh, hi, M Theory. M Theory prefers manservant.
To I don't know, try to give me some idea of like a signifier or how or where Bane followers would gather, some kind of lead.
Well, just after that, sure, you can roll. Well, it's not a 1.
That's a 19.
Oh, nice.
Proficiency, right? So 22.
22? Okay. Well, again, as he stated, the Cult of Bane, following after their Dark Lord, likes to be a little bit more underhanded, a little bit more sneaky. So, your best places to start looking would probably be, you would think, either in the court district itself, because they might be hiding themselves like right underneath the crown, or in like the Silt district, because not many people are going to look there.
Okay.
What was that about biscuits?
Oh, he made a comment about the Dark Lord, and so I was like, it's the Cult of Biscuits.
It's the Cult of Biscuits, the Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord biscuits?
Dark Lord Biscuits.
Okay. Well,
The official Dark Lord for the Cartographers Guild.
They have to come up with our own mythology here.
Stick around, we might tell you what that means.
Yeah.
okay, based on what I don't know a lot about Bane, obviously. Wasn't the kind of church I was raised in. But
He was
They
born
are-
in the darkness. Oh.
they are likely either here, mixed in with the nobles, of the tyranny and all, or they're working as much behind the shadows as possible, which would put them in the Silt district. So that cuts out half the city.
I think from the moment you opened that letter, we knew we'd end up in the bad part of town. So,
How does one... This is so far out of my wheelhouse. I'm not the kind of noble that blends in well with other nobles. And I have no idea how to make discreet inquiry about membership in the Cult of Bane.
well, first things first, we observe.
I like that.
So, put on one of your nice outfits,
Oh no.
and we're gonna go for a walk.
Do I even have one of those here?
I'm sure you do.
Fine.
I'm sorry, are you nobility?
Yes?
You have a nice outfit here.
I would be a little surprised, but let's find out.
Brittany goes and rings the bell.
Silver says she smells a t-shirt, hashtag biscuits the dark god.
Nice.
And also, she'd check out the wizards. Actually, it was a magic amulet.
I mean,
Not a bad thought.
it was, but it's like religious magic and
Yeah.
arcane magic don't usually cross like that.
True.
Brush my beard. I'm all poofy.
Oh, you hobo.
Yeah, I am. Murder hobo.
I assume the butler manservant or the maidservant or somebody comes in and when she rings the bell, yes?
Yeah. Lady?
Is there... Are any of my nice dresses here?
Several.
Milady will be walking the gardens this afternoon and needs an appropriate ensemble.
Ah, very well.
It's a
And
good thing I have you along.
I knew he kept a bard for a reason.
What are
Fuck you.
Rocks fall.
I'm not sure I
He's
have
like, "Later."
appropriate clothing for walking the gardens. What are the rest of us going to be doing?
You're gonna wear a robe.
Okay,
Wizards are not questioned.
that's true.
Besides, you're so small, I doubt anyone will even see you.
Also, the Mages Guild.
That does happen sometimes.
Don't you have your old guild robes? Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Not on you.
Yeah, not the old guild robes, but no, he has custom-made wizarding robes that include both arcane and divine iconography.
I put on my robe and hat.
And what? What was that last one?
Both arcane and divine iconography.
Iconography. Okay, I didn't hear that. I was like, wow, that's fancy. What's going on over there?
That was
Oh, the
how do I know
Chinese.
that? Yeah, divine iconography just it all ran together
Oh, okay.
into one word that I was trying to separate.
And Silver's wondering what Dragon Boy's going to do because he'll stick out like a sore thumb. He's a cleric.
Don't matter.
He'll blend in just fine. He's
Yeah.
a cleric. I mean, yeah, he's Dragonborn, which is a little weird, but other than that, he's a cleric.
He's a cleric of Helm, right?
Yeah. Yep, cleric of
Okay,
Helm. So
that's fine.
he's basically, oh look, there's the goodest of good boys.
Yeah. All right, so he's going to walk with you,
Okay.
and Daniel and I will walk a little behind.
Do ladies just walk around in gardens? Mm-hmm. Why?
To be seen, largely.
Why?
Also to talk.
Also to talk.
Oh.
And-
Can we dress you up as the lady? I hate things like this. No.
Actually, I was going to say I will also be dressed, because we're going to be going through a district where it's not going to look good if I'm in shabby clothing.
So one thing I keep forgetting.
What is her build like
Is-
compared to? I mean, would any of Jessamyn's clothes help?
Passive.
They'd be too
Passive
tight in the
perception?
chest and hips.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Jasmine's
just
also
your...
It's just
Yeah,
your normal
Rennie's
perception.
Yeah, it's
Perception.
just your normal perception.
I mean, she's not
I don't know why it's still a thing. It's just so that...
short.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
that is
have
kinda
it
weird.
here. I have it
I
written
mean,
down
why wouldn't
under
it be?
history, which I should print out at some point. She's not like diminutive, but
Well, neither is Jezrin like a total giant,
I'm
but
pretty
she's
sure I'll double
definitely
check.
tall.
Where did this close?
I don't know. Where did that go? Wait, am I missing it? Ah, fuck! I'm missing a page too.
Stop losing your pages.
It's upstairs somewhere. I'm not gonna. Oh no! I just had them out of order. I'm fine. We all good, yo. And stuff.
Good point, Silver. Jezzy has a lot of sisters. Maybe some of their clothes are here if you need something.
true. I mean, I am given Vrenny's history. I am confident that she has with her a set of fancy traveling clothes that will
Okay.
do the job.
All right.
But sure, why not? When the maidservant comes back with your dress,
Oh, okay. That's what a passive is. So a passive isn't rolled.
Oh, is
A
it
passive
just,
is just
it's
10 plus the
10.
modifiers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that like taking 10?
Yeah, but the point
It's-
is that's for me to know, so that if you guys pass something with a certain DC and you automatically pass it with a passive, then I just tell you what's going on as opposed to having you roll it specifically.
It's also used in like stealth checks. If someone's trying to sneak up on us, they would roll against our passive wisdom, I think.
I see.
Yep. So let me see here.
I do that every time I lift up this glass.
grow stronger.
It's been my head.
Okay, so 13. So what's everybody's passive perception?
I can kill somebody.
Because I
with
keep
this
forgetting to note it down.
Mine's 11.
11. Okay.
Not a cleric this time.
So
What is that? Is it
it's
just...
your perception bonus plus 10. It's the perception over here plus 10.
Oh. 14 then.
Okay.
12.
Okay. Wow, we each had a different one. Nice spread. Okay.
Like spreads matter in a system where you want the highest number, but all right.
Stupid shitty wisdom. Stupid dump stat.
I know. I was looking at that like, oh, this is gonna be great. Wait, what? Right.
I am not a
playing cleric.
wise man.
But I'm very intelligent.
I run into combat. Roll wisdom.
Okay, fine. You run into combat.
Congratulations.
Stupidity checks.
They don't actually have anything to do with the stat. Josh just says, roll a stupidity check.
In when we were doing that in Vampire, though, at Fido's table, it was the inverse of your wisdom. So, because you have 5 dots, and there's whatever, or if they don't have wisdom, maybe it was intelligence, but it was the inverse of that.
Right.
So if you had a 3,
dots, it's
then
2.
you got to roll 2 to see if you were really that dumb.
Oh, that's
One
clever.
One other thing that I appreciated about Old White Wolf is they had an advantage called common sense,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was just the
Which I took almost
yeah,
always.
spend a point to have the GM tell you if you're doing something dumb.
Yeah.
The reverse of that was the, well, at least my favorite was the GURPS disadvantage of cursed,
Yeah.
which was a huge disadvantage because it basically stated the GM can screw you any way he feels like and you can't complain.
Yep. Anytime he wants to.
Anytime he wants, as much as he wants, as hard as he wants.
My favorite was Weirdness Magnet, but you weren't very good at
Well,
exploiting
it was-
that.
The problem with Weirdness Magnet was remembering somebody had it. That was the
Yeah.
hardest thing with Weirdness Magnet.
That's the problem with like half of GURPS. You've got
Well,
87 kajillion skills.
Well, no, that's the problem. Well, it's not even the skills. That is the problem with a system that allows for advantages and disadvantages. Because you have to track that if you
Yeah.
want to be able to use it against the people. But anyway,
Yeah.
back to this non-objective
Yeah.
reality.
We might do GURPS at some point during the live stream. We'll see.
Maybe we'll do vampire?
Maybe we'll do Vampire. What I'd like to do at some point is
We're gonna house rule the hell out of
Oh,
that
we are going to
shit.
house rule the hell out of it. Yeah.
that's fine. Shows people a different way to play.
And it'll be like second edition. What edition are they on in White Wolf?
They scrapped it. It's a different system now.
Well,
it's
no, I
not
think the system's the
no,
same, but the
it's
world
not
is
Vampire
different.
the Masquerade. It's Vampire the Requiem.
Yeah.
They've gotten rid of everything the way we used to do it.
All right,
and-
second edition then.
Yeah.
House
Well,
rule to hell.
Yeah, and it's like GURPS. GURPS will be playing 4th edition, even though they have 5th edition.
Well,
out.
like house rule to hell in our
Editing.
case means throw out half the combat rules.
More like 90% of the combat rules. Streamline that shit
For what?
for
Vampire.
White Wolf.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Anyways, so yeah, no, and just to keep people's like minds on this at some point, whoever sees this, our plan is that once this game is finished, which it has an end, I've already planned it, so I have this entire campaign mapped already, so we're good. So when this one's done, what we hope to do is basically open up a poll that's here's all of the gaming systems we have. What do you want us to play? We might have to narrow it down a bit because I have a lot of
Well, and
gaming
I think we're
systems.
going to have to pick like 3 or 4 at a time.
Okay, fair enough.
And be like, here's what's currently on the table.
Anywho, so Franny, what was your intention as far as getting dressed?
When the maidservant comes back, because to help with the blending in, because as previously stated, Freddy totally has a set of fancy traveling clothes, but since we're gonna go try to be nobles for a little while, when the maid comes back, she's like, any of her sisters my size,
Okay,
she's got like 4 sisters.
or close enough.
all right, easy enough. The maid's also able to make minor adjustments on it to get it to fit you.
Okay.
Make sure everything's snug.
You took prestidigitation, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Pretty sure everybody does.
Yes.
I specifically
Not
didn't
me!
because I knew she was going
Yes,
to.
I
and
took
had
many
other
Can't guess
things.
magic.
I know.
I took mending and prestidigitation. So does that mean I can just fix it?
No, I was specifically asking because I tend to wear my wizard robes like all the time, so they're probably not super clean.
Oh, yes. I can help with
So
that.
both of you are just going magic, 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 magic. Yay for cantrips!
Yes.
We can cast these all day long.
Yep.
Okay. We magic our equipment.
Can you imagine a group of mages just starting like a dry cleaning service? It'd be like, it doesn't cost us anything.
Well, no, actually, like a bunch of mages that like never got out of their apprenticeship,
Yeah.
so they're not. None of them are very good at it. They're just,
We wanted to be mages. We have an intelligence of 11.
But we nailed these cantrips. So what are we gonna do with this?
I was just thinking we're working our way through the guilds, through the guild tuition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our side business to make sure we can eat while we go to school. Magical dry cleaning.
Yeah.
We have the cleanest peasants around.
Man, we're good at coming up with it's like you need to be badass adventurers to be in the Cartographers Guild. If you're a shitty wizard, you can go be the dry cleaners.
We'll have to work this into the
Cartographers Guild world.
yeah.
Okay,
Those
so
guys are down the street.
Yeah. They're like 5 doors down. We take all our stuff to them.
okay, so you get all fancied up. I guess between the two of you, you prestidigitate the crap out of his robes
Yeah.
and Drarik's robes
Yeah.
because he's like, I just have this.
Alright, hold still.
I'm a cleric. I own nothing else. This is it.
Yes, I understand.
So you get all cleaned up and everything like that. So his helm robes are all nice and shiny, and so is his armor and
Your
everything.
wizard
like that.
robes are all nice.
Nice
Despite
and
her
clean.
complaining, Jezerin can wear the clothes and looks nice in them.
Okay.
Yeah. you need like an armored skirt and stuff like that.
Yeah, she hates clothes like
Was
this.
it the Saber from Fate Stay Night?
Yeah.
That's the type of outfit you need.
Anyway.
Anywho, okay, so you guys decide to go into the gardens. No.
Well,
No.
more specifically, we're going to roam the court district.
Oh, okay.
But when you're describing what to
What
wear
you're doing,
for
you're-
yeah.
Okay, so you decide to take an impromptu tour of the court district. How's
Yes.
that? All right. Is there anything in particular you plan on doing, or are you just roaming around hoping to hear something?
That last one, right?
More the last one, and as stated, well, first off, Daniel, keep your hood up.
Yeah.
Dear God, that man's head is on fire.
No, I'm sorry. That's normal. It's normal. Just please calm down.
Oh, come on. If the wizard district is here, they can't be that surprised by this kind of thing.
Well, no, probably not, but it's just more the
I know, we're not trying to draw attention.
yes.
Well, that sort of stuff, even though the Mages Guild is here, that sort of stuff usually takes place in the guild and not just out and about. I'm pretty sure the Mages Guild actually frowns on that. Don't
Hard
be
to-
flippant with your magic.
Hard to say.
Danny, can you actually turn it off, or is it just always?
No, it's there forever now. I mean, it could be like dispelled or something, but
Do you still have hair?
no, I shave it. It just gets in the way.
You had such lovely hair.
Now I have fire.
Oh, Danny. All right. I suppose if we get invited to any parties, we're really in trouble. We'll have to find him a hat.
Or dispel it.
Or dispel it. Can you do that?
Don't, please don't, unless we have to. It costs money to cast this spell. Rare ingredients and whatnot.
Anyway.
Just somebody with this spell just going, no.
No, my luck.
All right, well then, since you guys are roaming around, actively looking for rumors, go ahead and roll me some either perception or investigation. I guess it would just be perception at this point. You don't know what to
Yay.
investigate.
Dang it, I have investigation.
Sorry, Brad.
I do too. Ooh, 21.
Yeah, no.
No, I should roll too.
We really have just nothing. Yeah, 19.
Forgot the stupid thing is
Oh,
warped.
good roll, dude.
My dice have been good to me so far.
Oops. Sorry, microphone.
Yeah, 15.
Drarik's too busy
Oh,
being impressed
no.
by.
Did you roll a shitty 15?
I did.
Drea, I feel so bad for you that you rolled a 15.
All you got was a moderate success,
Bite me.
not a hard one. Drarik is too busy being impressed by the way you cleaned up.
Aw.
Well, he's your escort, so. Okay, so let's see here. You got a
21.
21,
19.
19, 15.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, Rennie's totally better at this than you.
And there, you detect no hints of jealousy. She's just like, that's great.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting jealousy. Possibly irritation, but not jealousy.
Jessamyn's like, I know I wasn't born for this. Well, I mean, technically I was, but you know what I mean.
You were born for this.
However,
You were literally born for this.
That's why I said not technically.
anyways, so during one of your conversations with the fancy ladies of the court district, because they
Which she's not terrible at.
no, I mean, you were conversing. These things happen. Damn them! I don't want to talk to anybody. You're having pleasantries aside and all that other stuff, and she's like, I've heard you're a bit of an adventurer now at this point. Is that correct?
Yes, milady. After my time in the army, I have been doing some exploring, shall we say?
Oh, well, if I were you, do not stray towards the riverside of the castle. There are rumors going around that a dark society is meeting every fortnight down by the riverside, but they stay within the shadow of the castle.
My goodness, how did you hear such a terrible thing?
Just around. I mean, people have been saying not to go near the river at night, so... But it seems specifically don't go in that area. People have seen strange lights and hooded figures.
My goodness. Thank you very much for the warning.
Yes, please, stay safe.
Scandalous. Instantly turns around and no.
Not in the dress!
Down by the river, you say? Shing! Wait, no, I just told you
keeping that?
not to go down there.
It's a full-size spear. Where are we keeping it? Wouldn't you like to know?
It's telescoping. Oh. Silver found a bunch of pictures of Saber. Anywho. And yeah. You're roaming around the coin district. That's about the only piece of information that sounds... Or the court district. That's about the only piece of information you guys get. That sounds very interesting. No, I take that back. You rolled a 19. You'll go ahead and get another piece too.
Okay.
So, as you're roaming around in your magey...
I'll make up for it
Lady
later.
It's
stuff.
frustrating because I'm the bard.
Don't worry, honey.
Yeah, but this is a different kind of cruising. Your cruising usually takes place in bars and stuff like that. So
Still irritating.
I'm sorry. You'll get the high court stuff later on.
Even the meatheads get some intel once in a while.
Me.
The fancy meatheads.
The fancy
Only the
meatheads.
fanciest of
Fancy
meatheads.
Ah.
I'm prosciutto, motherfucker.
Now that's a t-shirt.
So somebody comes up to you recognizing your robes and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, you graduated from the Mages Guild, didn't you?
Yes,
Is the rumor
Recently.
true? I've heard the Mages Guild is headed by a dragon. I mean, they changed themselves so they appear normal, but at midnight, or what was it? There we go. Midnight on a full moon, you can see him fly into the air from the highest tower.
have I heard anything about that?
This is new to you.
Okay. He hides it well if that's the case.
Oh, well, I guess he does. Well, maybe keep an eye in the sky next full moon.
I will look for it, certainly, yeah.
What?
Oh, great.
Mage College is quite a bit more interesting than you let on, Danny.
Oh, yeah, there were lots of interesting people there.
Dragons?
Not that I met, but dragons are really good at magic.
Oh, interesting.
Though using a magical disguise in a place where people are learning to detect magic is gutsy.
Correcting me if I'm wrong, but I thought that a dragon's ability to take a different form was intrinsic. Did they need to cast magic to do it?
Does it depend on the dragon?
Dragons have some inbuilt magical ability. Like, many monsters are inherently magical. Dragons are extremely inherently magical. And so some of their abilities are inherent. Some of them, they are also very good at learning to cast spells. So it could be either, depending on the dragon.
Interesting.
Sorry, after Silver shared all those pictures of Saber, M Theory shared a link to Carhartt Force Performance socks. At which point Silver goes, well, they do look nice, but what does this have to do with Fate Stay Night? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were sharing. I bought those for work. So I asked him if he'd buy me some.
Nice.
Okay. Yes. So that was your day in the court district.
Okay, not completely useless. Yay.
All right. that
Rumors are
wasn't-
rumors, as
That
we'll
wasn't
see.
so bad.
So,
Franny hits on a handful of young noblemen
Okay.
because she's new and hot, so presumably someone comes by and is like, hi.
I just want to review my own knowledge of like who the headmaster is or was when I was there. It was a man, or
Okay. So, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me a lot. Sorry about that.
I don't like the new all the juice gummy bears as much. Yeah, I mean, they're
They're
fine,
not as
but-
squishy.
Yeah.
Sad. Guess we're just going to have to stick with gourmet ones.
Okay. So,
Okay.
from what
Tragic.
you remember, or
Tragic.
yeah, go ahead. Were you going to roll something?
I can if you want, but
I don't. No, you don't need to.
Okay.
You know who was headmaster while you were there.
right.
From what you remember, there was a high elf that was the wizard or the headmaster of the Mages Guild when you were
Okay.
there.
Also makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just known as Master Leodon.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I mean he was okay. He carried an air about him like most elves do, and
Kind of see the stick as he walked.
well, except for one thing that he was really good at, which was complimenting the students.
Oh,
Like he really encouraged them. It was very nice. You know, not so much something you get from the instructors, but he was really on top of that thing, really encouraging the students and making sure they were doing their best and things of that nature.
Aw, yay.
But you don't remember him showing any traits of draconic bloodline or
Right.
anything like that.
so yeah.
Is there merit to going to the guild and seeing if the headmaster has changed?
It couldn't hurt. I might as well stop in and see if anything has changed. I hope it's not the old headmaster isn't like some evil dragon behind a cult or something. I liked him. He was nice.
All right. They may not be connected in any way, even if both rumors are true.
That's fair.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
On the other hand, if he's a good dragon, that would be awesome. And I would like to meet him.
Either way, we should check into your school.
Okay.
Lead on.
You still only have one tick on the Doom track.
Stupid Doom track. Go away.
Oh, come on. It's going to be
It's
so
not
hard
going
to get
anywhere.
another one.
It's
He has to roll 3 6s in a row.
Do you realize who you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay, he not only has to roll 3 6s in a row, he has to do it 9 more times.
What a generous Doom
sixes.
track.
Yeah, if
far-
anything, it's comical.
Yeah.
As far as Doom tracks go, this isn't too bad.
okay. You're all going to come with me.
Would you prefer we didn't?
I mean, if I go alone, I can make excuses for like meeting old professors, looking at magical, like stocking up on magical. What's the word?
Components.
Phallus.
Components, yeah. Stocking up on magical
Valid.
components,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
There's certainly no harm to it.
But on the other hand, I was known as someone who's friendly, so if my friends want to come, that wouldn't be too unusual, I guess.
If you feel like we wouldn't impede you, but there's no need to attend for your safety and only really curiosity unless Freddy wants to go.
I kind of want to go. I've never
Then-
been inside a mage's guild.
Then sure, you should come. I will introduce you to some people.
Do you want
It'll be
to
fine.
go home and get the god awful dress off?
It's not that bad. Oh, haha.
You're also already there.
Oh, well.
Well, I mean, you're in the court district, so it's right there.
We might as well if you don't think we'll impeach you.
Nah, it'll be fine. There's only so much I can do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We
Onward.
stop in.
Okay. So, yeah, you go in. you meet a couple of people that you recognize.
Okay.
No, oh, Danny, welcome back. What are you doing here?
Well, I have started adventuring, and in adventuring business, I was brought back here, so I figured I'd stop in, stock up on supplies, see if there were any interesting scrolls I might pick up, and also just, see people. I like people.
All right. Well, the headmaster is out doing rounds right now, so you might bump into him. But other than that,
What was his name again?
Master Liaidon.
Oh. I would certainly love to see Master Liaidon. He was always so encouraging.
Okay, well, he's around here somewhere. I'm sure you'll find him.
All right. Well, that answers that.
Okay, so yeah,
I-
yeah.
I show people around, whatever. I'm sure there are weird magical curiosities here.
Oh, sure, yeah. And since this is the capital of Jayard, and it's opulent and very nice and everything like that, anything you would expect from a true mages guild, with stairs with no supports and things of that nature. It's very fun.
This place wasn't really built for gnomes, was it?
No, very few places are.
This place feels like it would be especially difficult for you to get around in.
It was part of the adventure of learning.
Everyone we've met here so far is so kind to you. I'm not surprised that you would find a way to be happy. I'm glad.
The watch is one of those things where as you get towards the floating stairs, I don't know how he did this. Suddenly they bunch up together because he's going up them.
Chunk, 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 chunk. And then it just kind of flows that way as he goes up.
Does that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The stairs compress and decompress as he goes up them. So
I'll bet you wish you knew that spell.
That would be nice if I could just carry that around with me, but it is built into the place.
yeah, I've got to imagine that it's actually a fairly easy thing to do because any magical ring, regardless of how much power is in it, automatically resizes to its wielder.
Yeah.
So stairs automatically resizing to its user shouldn't be that far off.
That's a good point.
That's fair.
But there was, but someone somewhere spent decades figuring out how to transfer it from jewelry to stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Decades of research.
I've artificially extended my life to learn the art of stairs. I will become the stair master.
Wah wah.
Aw, sad trombone. Sit tight. Okay, so it takes a good couple of hours.
Okay.
Just wandering around, chatting with people, picking up components, stuff like that. Speaking of which, you got, like 25 gold worth of components? I'm assuming.
They don't... D&D doesn't require you to actually spend money on components, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
Brad, can I have a Kleenex?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's probably for the most part accurate.
Thank you.
But yeah, about...
Bless you.
Sit tight. Oh my god, stop.
Get rid of the dog.
Yeah, it's only the big spells that are like,
Right.
you have to have a 5,000 gold diamond to cast this.
Well, and continual flame requires 50 gold of components,
Okay.
but I already spent that, so it's fine.
Wait, it's mainly diamonds.
Yeah.
Coming across another one, diamond dust worth at least 100 gold.
So
A
really,
legume seed.
you just need to own a mine.
Diamond mine. You need to be a member of the De Beers family. And then you can cast any spell you want. But yes, okay. So a couple of hours down the road, you finally run into Master Liaidon. At which point he's like, and yeah, the little funny dichotomy about him is he's got that high elf stick up his ass attitude, but he's still like, Daniel,
I whip off my hat and bow extravagantly.
I see your head is still on fire.
Wouldn't give it up for the world.
I would not doubt that, but at least you present yourself adequately. What can I do for you?
I found myself in town on business, so I thought I'd drop in and see how everyone was doing. These are my friends. This is Jesse, very old friend of mine.
Frenny.
Rennie? Oh, there it is. There. Rennie, a new friend that I've recently made, and Dravik, our newest friend.
Ah, Lady Senric. Lovely to see you. You glow in that dress.
Thank you, sir.
And Vrenny, I've heard a bit about your talents. I do wish to hear your melodic voice at some point. Right, you're a singer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Drarik, you hold yourself quite high and properly for a priest of Helm. Thank you.
You are very well informed, Headmaster.
Well, in my line, I must be. That, and I felt your presence when you came in and decided to have a little look-see.
Well, I wouldn't want to hold you. I'm sure you're very busy.
I, of course, am. As always.
Thank you for your time, then, Headmaster.
It was good seeing you. Good day.
You as well.
And he floats off. Not literally.
See, he's nice.
A perfect headmaster for you, Danny. Are you sure you didn't rub off on him?
No, he's... As far as I understand, he's always been like that.
Well, that's wonderful.
Still giggling over, I see your head is still on fire.
Okay.
So you did that before you left, then?
Yeah.
As soon as I learn that spell.
What? Do you know that spell, or did somebody cast it on you?
I imagine, actually, he had someone cast it on him while he was here, and then he learned it himself later.
I see.
It's a second level spell, so...
Oh, okay. He read about it and went,
Yeah.
upperclassmen.
Help me, help me.
Okay, I need this.
I'll pay double for the spell components. Just do it.
Need this.
It's permanent.
All right, well, I guess we head back to
It's like somebody getting the idea of a tattoo.
Saineric Manor.
right.
That was an amusing errand, but whether he is or is not does not seem to have much to do with what we're investigating.
Right.
Well,
I would like to have asked him about it, but I didn't feel it was a good idea knowing someone so casually.
well, we at least know it is the same headmaster. And Danny, these rumors were not persistent when you were attending here, were they?
Right.
So
Excuse me, are you a dragon?
And it's a major school. If there was any inkling, everyone would have been talking about it. There are plenty of rumors that went around about him, because he's been a wizard for a long time. But that's a new one for me.
I wonder why he would suddenly become a dragon. Perhaps it's someone else at the school.
where do the guild students do their drinking?
In the coin district, I would imagine.
One of two places.
Yeah.
There is a very nice tavern in the court district, because of course there is. But there is also a more sanely priced series of taverns in the coin district, and given students, that's probably where they're hanging out.
Well,
right?
yeah. And you want the younger student with less money who's not going to have the discipline to keep their mouth shut.
Because you have to imagine some of these are entitled little prats that come from noble families that do go show off at the
Right.
nice tavern. Okay. Why do you ask?
It might be important to see whether or not this rumor is circulating within the school at all. If it's not, then it's entirely a construct of the nobility. If it is, then it gives the rumor more weight.
How interesting. I'm more concerned with this Riverside.
Oh, well, certainly, yes.
That is absolutely the more suspicious.
Right, but just since we were discussing it.
An excellent method to test the theory. But first, back into adventuring clothes to go get into trouble at the Riverside.
Oh, sure.
They said they meet every fortnight. Mm-hmm. Did she have a more specific date, like when the next one was?
Didn't ask at the time.
Okay.
Well,
I
we
didn't
can-
hear that fortnight part.
Yeah,
Actually.
they said every fortnight.
Okay.
But it's still worth it to see if we can find the spot, even
True.
though it's unlikely that anyone will be there. Although, if this is at all related to the rumors about the dragon during the full moon, then it might be safe to assume that they meet at the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Although also she said, "Be careful, don't go near the river." That would imply that that was going to happen. May happen quickly.
Right. How off are we from the next full moon, out of curiosity?
A couple of weeks.
Okay.
You're actually closer to the new moon.
Okay, so a while then.
But fortnight would imply that if they're meeting at the full moon, they're meeting at the new moon as well.
Fair. A fortnight is...
2 weeks.
That was 2.5.
Or 20 days, right?
I thought it was
Or-
2 weeks.
What is a fortnight?
Internet,
No,
help us.
I think-
14 days.
Yeah, it's 2
Oh,
weeks.
it's 2
That's
weeks.
what I
A
thought.
score
Okay.
is 20, which might be, yeah.
And now anytime I type in Fortnite now, it's all bringing up that new Epic game.
Oh, right. Okay, so 2 weeks.
Mhm.
All right. Well then,
Yeah.
I guess we go back and take the dresses off.
Okay.
Get more comfortable.
You guys changed. Jorik's like, eh.
Me too.
Yeah.
Let's
the
be
bo-
clean. Just
the-
clean in time to go get dirty.
The boys are like, eh. Okay. So the place that you used to go to, that was common for students of your place, because it kind of catered to you guys, was called the Unquiet Conjurer Bar.
The Unquiet Conjurer.
How polite.
Well, you know.
That's interesting because I can't imagine that taverns like it when wizards get drunk. You know?
Well, one, these are students, so they can't get into too much trouble. And two, they probably, if this is a place that caters to them, they know how to handle them.
One can only hope.
Yeah. Which is mostly, like, bat them over the head. They have poor constitutions. They're wizards.
Yeah.
They don't have very many hit points.
Right. And they're also not going to be very strong, so if they get rowdy, they get thrown on the street.
But scruff up their neck.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we splitting up, or some of us going to go to the tavern and some of us going to go investigate the riverside? Or
Well, we could go to the tavern in the evening and then the riverside at night.
All right.
So, yeah, no. There might be a bunch of cultists by the riverside. I'm sure one of you is fine. Go ahead.
Well, obviously, if there were people down there, come on.
You'll be safe.
You'll be safe. I mean, you're a noble, right? They won't hurt you.
You're worth way more alive and not as a blood bag, right?
Oh, God damn it. A fate I always hope to avoid.
I'll laugh hysterically if you end up kidnapped by the end of this game. I guarantee you.
God damn it, Drea.
I guarantee you I did not just give him that idea.
I would never.
Josh lives in a perpetual world of...
Poor Jezrin.
Why, I don't know what you mean.
Just to let one of her asshole brothers come save her. Oh, that would be so
Well,
embarrassing.
obviously, if you get kidnapped, we're going to come save you.
But you're a mighty fighter. You save yourself.
Hey, that works.
I got bored, so I saved myself.
You guys were taking too long.
We were coming to rescue you.
What was that from again?
It's from Hudson Hawk.
Right.
I was about to do the dolphin noises and then
Yeah,
decided
man.
our viewers didn't need it.
I was coming to save you. I know. I got bored, so I saved myself.
Rather well, in fact.
By the way, if anybody tells you that Hudson Hawk is a terrible movie, they're lying.
You
Or
don't need
just-
that.
They did-
You
Have
need to
bad
cut.
taste.
You need to cut them off because you don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
It's a fantastic movie. Okay, so you guys are headed towards the Unquiet Conjurer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming it's evening when students would be gathering.
Yeah, no, you guys spent most of your day.
Oh, I
in
had
the-
told the servants, earlier in the day when we didn't know what our day looked like, to have dinner ready, so I insist that we have to have dinner at home before we're going to the tavern. I'm not
like,
going to
look,
make the servants cook and
We
then
made
not
them
eat
cook. We're gonna eat it.
Thanks for making dinner. We're going out.
That would be
Of
awful.
course, lady.
it. No, we don't do that. We have dinner at home and then we go have drinks at the tavern.
Thank you so much.
She's not like that.
I know. Okay, so you guys have a lovely dinner because that's what you do, and then you guys head to the Unquiet Conjurer.
Is it like gaudy and kitschy and there's all kinds of like wizards hats and stuff on the
Oh yeah,
walls?
oh yeah. And actually, one of the things that they absolutely love to do is have, as per the name, conjuring contests. For people to like just create the most bizarre crap they can think of. So yeah, you get hats that like one of their prizes is this just funky your standard issue pointy mage's hat, but it's sized for an ogre, and it's got like off hue rainbow stripes running around it and stuff like that. It's the most bizarre thing in the world. But they're like, yeah, there's not a stitch on it. That thing was made like with magic. It was a conjured hat.
Okay.
They're like, but we got it. It's ours. And if an ogre ever became a mage, we'd have his hat.
So are you amused or insulted?
Nah, this is all in good fun. Please, I don't take myself seriously enough about this kind of thing.
You have to imagine that some mages might be insulted.
Yeah, well,
Well, they don't come here.
they can go to the expensive place.
Waste all their money.
But yeah, it's effectively the medieval mages version of like a TGI Fridays or something like that, where there's just kitsch all over the walls
Nice.
and stuff like that.
And lights
Wow.
everywhere. Mage lights, all kinds of colors, weird, like, doesn't matter.
Yeah. This one's been here for 5 years.
You do not realize how many perpetual light spells are going on in this place.
Oh, I think we do.
There's no dark corner in here for somebody to put their back against, I'm pretty
Nope,
sure. It sounds
Moody's
like.
not allowed.
Yep.
Guess we won't be meeting Strider Taggart here then.
Taggart.
I'm sure we could get someone to cast darkness on the corner. If that's what he really needs.
We have a bar we're willing to meet you in.
Sorry, you have to come to this bar. And say
Yeah.
He comes in, what's this crap?
I can't sit here.
We just meet him
That would be
pouting on the
hilarious.
doorstep.
That would be hilarious if there was one corner that obviously had darkness cast on it. And all the people fighting over to sit in that corner because they wanted to be mysterious and angsty
And
that night.
occasionally going, out. Out. That's my foot. Move over.
Just a bunch of moody people in the corner struggling to be in the darkest part.
Angsty students failed their last magic test. Trying to mope.
I'm going to become an anti-hero. Leave me alone.
No one understands the dark path I tread.
Couldn't get them to approve your summer course in necromancy.
Have you heard about this new thing called Sith? I'm going to try to go Sithy.
Anyway.
Anyway, so, bar, yes.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Having a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the bar.
I-
Order a drink.
Mingling.
Okay.
Meeting the new students.
Chat
showing
with
off my
people.
hair.
You take your hat off and people are like, hey! Nobody's
Somebody
afraid.
get this
Yeah.
man a drink.
Give this man's hair a drink.
Frenny is charming because that's what she does.
Okay.
And she can do magic, so she fits in.
Yep.
Yep.
You're the odd one out.
Actually, she's just so enchanted by like these
Yeah.
people and their energy and they're having fun and
Oh, my
she's
day.
just like, all right, I will sit here and be the meathead and drink my ale and watch you guys have fun. I'm cool with that.
I forgot about that too. I forgot about abilities. Yes. All right. Okay. Oh, I did write that stuff down. Yeah,
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
I'm not going to say it again.
I have to do it 3 times.
Nope.
That's what makes it.
Shush. No speaky.
I speak all I want.
Nope.
Yes.
There's a darkness spell on that corner and a silent spell on that corner.
And you're sitting in that corner.
You've been bad. Go sit in the silent corner.
Oh.
Somewhere there's an enchanted hat on the wall that's really actually the dunce cap that makes you a dunce while you're wearing it. Put this on, go sit over there.
Okay. So.
There's a TARDIS hat in here somewhere.
A hat of holding. Just make sure it's just right for your head and not too big.
Yeah, or it's a problem.
All right, so up to you. Roll me perception or performance
Her? What are we doing?
for your just general carousing.
Schmoozing? Oh, this is
carousing,
schmoozing. Okay.
Like,
Nope.
Performance it is.
Nope. I'm having
Yeah.
a great time. These people are fun. I'm drinking my ale.
also no.
24.
Okay.
Glad I got that roll out of the way. Because it was bad.
And M Theory is, of course, telling me to hit you because it's the only way you'll learn.
Don't start with me.
And Silver is sighing.
Yeah, what else can you do?
Okay. So, Vrenny is the life of the party. In whatever capacity that's going to be. Come on, tell me how you're pulling off this 24 in your performance.
She's making friends. I know. Just give me a second. Let me see. Okay, yeah. She, so like they all come in, they get a drink for a moment, and she then gets up and basically walks to every table and introduces herself and is so happy to see them. And hi, I just got to this town. So excited. Makes it sound like she's going to start studying magic. Little bit self-taught. Wants to, because she does know magic. She can cast little, she can cast little unimpressive spells to be like, no, see, I can do things, see. And so yeah, plays a, makes it sound like she's trying to get into the guild, and just wants to hear everything everyone has to say about it. And that's what she does.
Okay.
And for good measure, undoes her top 3 buttons first.
Well, I guess that just gives you another +2 to your roll then. After all, these are young mage students.
Boobs are only worth a 2?
Yeah, it's okay.
She already got a 24. How much more do you want?
I'm just, in general.
A +2 is pretty decent.
+2 is pretty good.
They're not all guys. We cannot assume that they are all heterosexual men, or bisexual or gay women. I've got to be legitimately charming with at least some of these people.
I'm just trying to figure out what the plus is.
I'm sorry, what's the minus?
Continue.
Okay, so after your carousing and conversation, gaining a few admirers, as it were, and a number of free drinks.
Yay!
Because that's apparently what their actual superpower is.
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
there's an
yes,
alimony.
Alimony.
And of course, M Theory says some of us would give you a +2 to put them away.
Yeah, well,
That's because M Theory's afraid of boobs.
yeah, I know. Anyway.
Okay, so little bits of information that you get from your wonderful evening of carousing and gaining admirers is two little interesting bits. One is that there's a rumor, or people have heard, there's a weird part of the Silk District that is unnaturally cold at night. Like, you can just walk by and almost get frostbite. It's just weird. I mean, not literally, but it's just one of those things where that shiver down your spine and everything like that. It could be a nice summer night and still, ooh, what, huh? The other thing that they keep talking about is that the blacksmith that runs the Anvil Spark, which is a very nice smithery in the Coin District, evidently has a magic tapping hammer that will turn anything it hits to gold. So it's kind of like the Midas Touch, but a little more controllable.
Nice.
Because you have to use the hammer. And the other thing that you find out, you don't, because they're keeping this a secret from you for a reason, but you hear about this because you're an old thing, especially since I'm sure you asked about it, is that rumor about the headmaster being a dragon? Yeah, they started it. They just want the nobles to freak out and stuff like that. They think it's freaking hilarious. So there's a thing going around with all the students that if anybody asks, oh yeah, he's a dragon.
Okay.
So.
Oh, mystery solved.
There you go. See, it was worth it to talk to the population.
Yeah.
Good
Student
job.
population.
This is why we have a bard.
I'm here to think of these things.
Okay.
All right.
So that's your day.
Yep.
Pretty sure you all head back to the estate.
Well, that's just the evening. Weren't we going to go investigate the
The Riverside.
Riverside later?
Yeah.
Although we step out of the tavern and I'm like, Tarek.
Everybody who drank, roll Constitution.
I was going to be like, Tarek, can you cast Cure Light Wounds?
Oh boy. I did not practice self-control.
Oh no! Well, at least it's not a 1.
Constitution, 17.
12.
Okay. So, you two are...
Especially you.
yeah, especially you.
Oh, yeah.
Drorik's carrying you out.
So,
And you're using him as a support beam.
all right, so we'll say I'm walking out ahead of this, and all right, now are we going to go invest it? No.
They have a bit too much.
They
Especially this one.
bought me a lot of drinks.
They were also enhanced.
Enhance.
There's a reason the drink was sparkly.
I think I had 5 of those. I had 3 of the pink one.
If
I don't know what the pink
what
one
they
is.
told me is true, I think we're lucky you're alive.
I'm like,
They were
my hair
really
had
good.
5. He whips it out, look, and it's like sparkly somehow.
Danny, honey, put that on. Put your hat on.
So fun. Everyone in there liked it.
As well they should have.
When did it start sparkling? It didn't.
After like the 3rd.
Oh, that's pretty.
Let's admire it when we get home.
Okay.
Yeah.
My hair had 5.
Trying to think of a spell that
You
will work
are
for this.
so big. Oh my god.
What, to draw it?
Yeah, because she's leaning on him.
Yes.
You're like a foot taller than me. It's amazing.
At least.
Your shoulders are huge.
I think we need to get her back to the manor quickly.
Or else what?
I don't know.
You'll be fine. I'll protect you.
Is he sure he wants you to?
I don't know, like, how does he respond when she grins and says that?
He continues to look uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little bit. He's just like, "Ugh, we'll just get to the manor house.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Thought there might be some simple little...
Like normally it would be something like remove poison, but I've not seen that. There's protection from poison.
There's
see.
purified drink.
Too late for that.
Yeah. Are we trying to cleanse
Oh,
the
okay.
drunkenness?
So yeah,
Yeah.
protection from poison is a 2nd level cleric spell.
Oh.
And if poisoned, you neutralize the poison. So
Yeah, I don't have that.
Well then,
Probably should have. No.
what kind of cleric
Well-
are you?
he's a cleric. He has all the spells. He just
just has to prepare
chooses
them.
which to prepare.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if he hasn't prepared that, that's fair. And it's not ritual, so he can't just do it whenever.
By the time he has it ready, you wouldn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Trying
fine.
to think what the other Well, I mean, he could boost your constitution. So there is that.
Frenny starts.
Look at it this way, Silver
Okay.
says. Your vomit will be sparkly.
Frenny starts singing sea shanties.
Why not?
Oh, protection from poison. There it is. Okay. Okay, so you guys get back to the manor house. You guys get some water in you. He goes ahead and casts enhance ability
How long
on
does
both
that
of you.
last?
I'm going to check.
Okay.
Up to an hour. So he casts the Bear's Endurance on you guys. So go ahead and roll Constitution checks again. This time you get an advantage.
Good.
Jesus. There's Brad's luck.
Yeah.
7 was the better of 2.
16.
Okay, you're okay.
9.
9. There's no helping you. He's like, I'm sorry, that's beyond me.
Let's just put Danny to bed.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
I should let him down. Don't go killing cultists without me. I've always wanted to kill cultists. I wonder if I'll have my own.
Cultist?
Well, yes, because he's
I mean, I'm not
the-
going to encourage him or anything, but
Oh, cult.
it's
Maybe someday,
probably gonna
Danny, you
happen.
are a force of personality.
Oh,
Good night.
that's a good thing to learn. Okay.
He's going to destroy the world.
Don't you remember?
That's where the cultists would come in.
Oh, please. Are we actually going to investigate tonight?
I suppose not. Doric, how long will this last?
An hour?
Yeah, no.
Well, yeah. Okay. So we go ahead and call it a night.
Given what you told me about what I had to drink, I'm pretty sure I will not be sober in an hour when this fades.
I
Oh.
dealt it.
Let's make sure you're carefully and safely tucked into bed before that happens, shall we?
Yes, Mom.
It's okay. No moon lasts for a couple of days. So if it doesn't happen tonight, it'll happen tomorrow.
Although at this point we have no reason to assume it'll be the new moon aside from general astrology because
Yeah, you don't really know.
yeah.
Although I look forward to hearing about the dragon rumor from Danny once he's sober.
So at breakfast, we pass around our rumors.
Yeah. Yes, fast forward to breakfast.
Okay.
Welcome back to the world of the living.
Thanks. Sorry, I drank too much.
Your headaches are minimal.
You were having fun. By the way, is your hair still sparkly?
I haven't checked yet.
No, it's just fine.
Nah. It's back to normal.
I was too busy watching the party and enjoying myself to really hear anything of note. I hope the rest of you did better than I did.
Well, I heard about the dragon, but I'm not sure I can tell you. It's kind of a secret. It's the students made it up for fun
Okay. Why?
because they like the idea of scary nobles with weird, crazy magic nonsense.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I would do it.
it's kind of a tradition. Like usually, the new students come up with some new way to mess with people.
I see. All right, well, that mystery is solved. Anything else?
Apparently, one of the blacksmiths in town has a hammer that will turn things into gold. Good for him. And more interesting and potentially useful to us, there's an area in the Silt district that just seems to be permeated by a chill, even on warm summer nights.
Isn't it only chilly at night? Was that the, or was it chilly all the time?
No, it's just
Okay.
chilly all the time. Well,
Yeah.
as far as you can tell.
I don't know if that's an actual temperature thing or if it's something they notice because wizards and
They're-
sorcerers are magically attuned.
Well, we could take Danny for a walk in the Stilt District and see if he notices anything.
True.
We might as well look by the riverside for footprints or other evidence of a gathering we may have missed, hopefully did not miss last night.
Sorry about that.
Actually, it was fun. It was one of those parts of adventuring that I was looking forward to.
Although, if you go to a magical bar again, I recommend moderation.
Would you not recommend that all the time?
Well, of course, but when you have magic added to it, it makes things a little unpredictable.
Shall we take our morning walk then?
Sure.
No dress. Yay.
Yeah. We're going to the Stilt District. I'm not even bringing my robes. Unless we really want to draw attention for no reason.
No.
I have only this.
Priests can go anywhere. I'll have to see if there are some more ratty leathers from the stables or something.
Out of character. What exactly is Drarik wearing?
He's wearing split mail,
Okay.
and then it's
Like with a cassock or
What, a what?
yeah.
thing?
Like a
Okay.
tabard?
Not exactly.
I think let me look real quick. So yeah, kind of like he's got. Well, no, it's like a kind of closer to like a hooded tabard
Okay.
on top of his splint mail.
Okay.
So he has the hooded tabard with the symbol of helm,
Right.
and then the like clerical hood, but he's also wearing split mail underneath it because he is a cleric of action.
Right.
You know, Drarik, if you keep saying that, you realize we're going to have to take you shopping for other clothes, right?
I am fine with what I have.
Not
Yes,
the point.
but you may need something less conspicuous.
I always felt the cleric of helm was welcome anywhere.
What you feel and what may be are not necessarily the same thing, but I think you'll be all right today.
I would hope so.
As always would I. Time for our walk.
Drarik, as
Yeah?
we're walking. Prior to this adventure that we're currently on, had you ever left the monastery?
Yet, never did.
Ah.
That's kind of what I thought.
How long had you been there?
Since birth.
I have no idea how long what your people's lifespan is like. How long is that?
That's a good question.
I didn't think it was hugely longer than human.
Is it?
But-
I don't know if it is at all. But let's hear it.
Yeah.
I asked a question he doesn't know the answer to.
Oh, that comes up all the time. I just have to look it up.
Yeah, it's obvious in the race section. So.
Yeah, it's about normal human.
Okay. So how old is he?
The only difference is that they walk hours after hatching and attain the size and development of a 10-year-old by the age of 3 and reach adulthood by 15.
Okay.
But they live to be about 80. So
Okay.
it's like I'm 18.
Somehow I thought you were older.
We grow fast.
Dragonborn matured in their teens. He's more of an adult than I am. I'm 12.
Danny,
I'm-
I was going to say, I think we can say that about everyone here.
Well, yes, but also like physiologically.
I just wouldn't
Beard
have
chip.
put him so close to my own age.
Ah.
Well, all right then.
All right. So you guys walk through various districts of Cerulean's Divide and find yourself in the Silt District.
Dun dun dun.
So, while not just abandoned, broken down buildings as far as the eye can see, it's not the nicest part of town either. Streets aren't upkept as nicely. There's rarely a garden site. People here are obviously a little destitute. Although, that's also a good population of the farmers that work in the farmland lived here as well. So there are a smattering of, abandoned warehouses and things of that nature.
I hand my money to Vrenny or make sure she helps me tie it down.
Upon observation, Drarek takes his pouch and tucks it into his armor. But other than that, it's just kind of well.
Danny takes no precautions at all, I'll bet.
I know he's smart enough to take precautions. Though while they're doing
It has
that,
nothing to do with intelligence. It has to do with believing the best of everybody.
I don't think he's
Okay.
like that.
He's not Gavin.
He's not Gavin.
He's not Gavin.
You have to remember he's not Gavin. While we're doing that though, he's like, if I could just wear my hair out, we wouldn't have to worry about this.
I don't know if I want a lot of attention in this part of town.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me one of the two skills. Perception or investigation, whichever one you'd prefer to do.
Brad's like, yay, investigation!
Something Pretty much.
That wasn't
Or
terrible.
pretend to.
18.
17.
13.
13.
Brad's like, damn it! Yeah, at least it wasn't a 2.
Yeah. Still, it'll be nice if I ever get to roll above 10 again.
And the NPC rolls awesome.
Cool.
Good.
Who cares as long as somebody does it?
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe it's his,
Fresh out of the monastery priest.
That just means it's...
Well,
I'm sure Josh will make it believable.
as you guys are
Eating.
roaming around and just kind of checking areas out, you do kind of reach a point where Drarek's like, ooh. Okay, I think I felt it.
Are you alright?
Slowing me down.
Slowing you down.
It's very cold.
I go stand where he is.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Oh! That is...
I was unexpected. I'll be okay.
All right. Well, detect magic.
Okay.
That is disconcerting. I step out of it.
Grief. Okay, let's see what that does for you.
See, he literally stumbled into it. Okay.
There we go. Since the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. Interesting.
What's going on now?
I'm casting detect magic to see if I can see some kind of reasonable source.
Does that follow you around? Does that have a duration, or is it just like bwomp?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I can.
So it does follow you
You can
around.
like take actions to investigate and such. So.
Okay. So as you guys are going around, it just kind of skirting the area and trying to take a look. It looks like it's a largish area. It wasn't just one particular spot. But that particular area contains like a house, an abattoir, and a
I know what
like
that
a
word
smaller
is
warehouse.
now from our other game.
yeah. So for those not in the know, a slaughterhouse, a regular house, and then like a small, not a full warehouse, but like a storage shed of some sort, or what
Okay.
have you. But that's all three of those buildings are enclosed within this sphere, or this area. Not a sphere. However, you're not able to identify a source as you guys walk around.
Okay. Do I see like a generalized magical field? Is it actually
We're gonna
magic,
put
or
in
is
all
it
this
something
effort
else?
getting into here, and it's going to turn out to be meat
It's-
storage, and the spell just leaked out.
By anything, it's like an aura.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not exactly sure you're not exactly sure what it is. You pick up a general aura, but other than that, you can't identify it any further than that.
Okay. There's some kind of magic here, certainly, but I'm not able to figure out where exactly.
Well,
It's either deep underground and my sight can't penetrate that, or one of these buildings is protected in such a way to hide it. It would be my guess.
is this area inhabited, Josh? Like, are there people walking around in here?
Yeah, well, there's a go. Like I said, none of these buildings are abandoned. It's somebody's home. It's an active slaughterhouse. I mean, okay, there's nobody living in the shed, but there's a storage shed right there as well.
I guess we can always ask people who live here if this has always been a thing. They can't possibly not notice. Shall we begin by picking up the meat for dinner tonight?
Sure.
You talk. I sound too noble.
Well, this is, you said it was an abattoir. Are they selling anything, or is it just a place where...
You could probably negotiate something.
Okay.
But, I mean, they seem to prep it for whatever.
Right.
What most likely you can guess given its location is that they take, like, the old cows and stuff like that from the farmland that's basically done with
The
whatever
old
they're
dairy
doing.
cows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And butcher them, and the old sows and stuff like that, and the things that are done being used for whatever they need to be used for.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, there's a couple of sizable guys here cutting down very large animals into smaller bits.
Ew.
Or we could just ask them.
Actually, she does this. Hey,
Yeah, what?
why is it like freezing on your street? Do you guys do that?
We got something in the area. I don't know what it is, but it keeps the meat fresh, so I don't care.
Okay. Where's all this come from?
I don't know.
I just wondering.
I just figured we got lucky. Some errant mage went nuts and made the area cold, and hey, there we go.
This a recent thing?
I mean, has it
No.
always been this way?
Well, since I've been here,
How long have you been here?
about 5 years.
That's a long time. All right. So, visiting. Never been here before. It's weird.
Strange place to visit, lady.
Yeah, well, you know. I'm one of those moronic scholars that stick their noses in places they shouldn't.
Well, be careful with that.
I'll work on it.
That's why she brought me along.
It's me. All right, then.
Yeah, not dead yet. Anyway, thanks.
Sure.
It's rare that I am out impressived. It's nice to have Drorik around. It is.
I'm big. I'm
It's
sure.
nice. Next to you, I almost look like a normal woman.
I'll still leave the fighting to you if that's all right.
That's perfectly fine with me.
Something funny about that.
What?
To the warehouse.
5 years? That just seems strange.
Yeah, I mean, it implies that...
Maybe this isn't related.
Right,
That seems likely, yeah.
but it's very curious. Well, still, to the warehouse. I mean, we're right here.
Oh, we have somebody that came back, according to Silver. I can't read that.
Sprout Girl.
Hello, welcome.
I think we've seen him before. That name looks familiar.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Hello.
We like repeat visitors.
And a 7-1001. I think we've seen them before, too. I'm not sure.
That's Chris.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going, Drea. Calm down.
Okay.
We have to
So-
greet the viewers. We have to show them love.
You, you're able to find an old... congratulations, you found a storage shed.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not a warehouse. It's a
Well,
storage shed.
you originally said small warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, I'm talking about a storage thing that's probably about as big as this den.
Okay, fine. Is it Does it look like it's part of the abattoir, or is this just its own thing?
Well, it's kind of off to the side.
Okay.
It's also locked.
Well, yeah. Walks around it. Is there any point where it's colder? I guess we've been going around these buildings.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not at this point. Nope.
All right.
Nope. It's just general chill.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Looks like a shed.
well,
Jezerin remarks as you walk around it.
it's very. If it's at least the size of his room, it's kind of big for a shed.
Looks like a big shed.
And one door, no other
Does it
entrances
quack
or
like a shed?
exit.
Quack.
Yeah, there's one large sliding door.
Okay. Any windows or anything? Okay.
Windows? Please, that's opulence.
I know, but grating something. Something that would imply that the room needed to be aerated for whatever reason.
General Chill was Mr. Freeze's boot camp commander.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Anyway,
So are we breaking in, or are we? Just...
I don't know. Breaking in the middle of the day seems a bit,
doesn't really seem worth it.
yeah.
No.
It doesn't even occur to Jezerin. She just watches you walk around it. Okay, walks to the next place.
Yep, that's a shed. Yep, that's a house.
I mean, Rennie does totally pause and examine the lock and consider.
You could probably do it. It might take you some time, but you could do it.
Okay, well,
It doesn't look overly complex.
all right. Well, certainly not in the middle of the day.
Really? Why not?
Because even in the shitty part of town,
People don't want their shit getting broken into.
yeah, hey, how about that?
Well, Lady Scholar, shall we knock on this door?
Sure. Let's be annoying. Here's be my new gift. Knocks on the door of the little house.
New.
Huh?
You're hilarious.
Sometimes.
Okay. Knock on the door. It takes a little bit of time, but a older woman, like just wrapped in a blanket, like head and everything, just like comes to the door. What?
Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you. Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
My name is Rennie, and I'm a new student at the whatever the school is. And
Mages Guild.
yeah, well, if there was a particular name for people studying, but just I'm a new student at the Mages Guild, and I'm studying local phenomena in the area, and it's very cold here. And has it always been? How long have you lived here? Has it always been really cold here? What's up with that?
I don't know, but you're too damn chipper for this time in the morning.
Sorry, morning.
Well, you guys came here like immediately after breakfast, so
Yeah, but we didn't necessarily eat at the crack of dawn. It doesn't matter. She might
it
have
doesn't
a different
matter. It's
schedule.
before noon, and she's not happy. So.
Okay.
We apologize for disturbing you, ma'am. We were just curious if it's been cold here for a long time. That's all.
I honestly don't know.
All right. Thank you for your time. Sorry we disturbed you.
Sure. Closes the door. Well, she wasn't happy.
Well, she looked freezing.
I could have annoyed her into a lot more questions if you'd given me a minute.
I'm sorry, but she just seems so upset. You must be much better at being annoying than me.
How annoying can we get?
You can always come back later if you're so inclined, but I really am beginning to think this avenue of investigation is going to come up dry for our greater purpose.
Probably.
Okay, so what do you guys do now?
Kill time until the night so we can go investigate the side of the river.
There must be something else we can do.
Well, we can. I mean, we're already in the Silt District. We can wander.
Okay.
We go back to wandering and listening for rumors like we were earlier, except not in pretty dresses. How dat?
It's not a pretty dress. We will not be pretty.
I refuse.
It sounds like in this district that's asking to be mugged.
Being pretty?
Being
yeah.
ready, yeah.
Quick, smear some shit on your face.
You know.
Okay.
More perception rolls?
Yep.
Come on, Brad.
Can I roll investigation?
Nope.
Damn it.
I rolled average.
I didn't.
11.
8.
We are very bad at gathering information in this district.
Clearly.
NPC save us again.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Well, no, I made the dice roll. He does.
This is so embarrassing.
Oh, relax.
So,
You don't have to be the only one that gets information.
No,
Oh, I thought it was a bard thing. Why is it embarrassing then?
the untried priest of Helm.
Last time he literally stumbled into the cold.
Anyway.
okay, so as you're doing this, the large, untrained priest from Helm gets somebody, a couple of people wandering up to him going, "Are you here to save us?" And he's
Oh.
like, well, yes, but from what? He goes, "You hadn't heard? There's a dark storm coming up from the south. It's hard to see, but chaos comes with it. And it'll engulf the country. How have you not heard this?" I'm just out of the monastery. This is news to me. Well, please, save us from this oncoming chaos.
All right. Dark storm?
Yes.
Can you be more... Are we talking about weather?
The clouds, lightning, the whole 9 yards.
A storm could be the war.
The worst to the north.
I know.
What have you heard about this storm?
Just that it brings like a demonic presence with it. And it's just been rolling up the countryside from the south.
Where did you hear about this?
Well, I heard it from my cousin. He lives down that way.
Your cousin is here now?
No, he had to go back.
Why would he go back?
Well, he's got a flock to tend to. He's got to go retrieve it if he hopes to, live beyond whatever may come.
And how far south does your cousin live?
Oh, about week south.
And how long ago did he tell you this?
A couple of days ago.
Any more questions?
Has anybody else heard of this?
I haven't seen anybody else from the south, so I don't know.
Well, I just wondered if other people around here were also... Okay.
I know that this probably may not have occurred to you considering there are so few of them here, but did you tell a guard?
What can a guard do against a storm of chaos?
Tell the higher-ups so that they might do something about it?
I believe I just told one. I appreciate that, I suppose.
I meant the government, but...
Oh, like they'd listen to me anyways. But a priest, he'll pay attention.
True.
I will do that.
Good thinking. Thank you for telling us.
Just be warned. As commoners are wont to do after, giving out their information.
Does anybody else come up with the same story in the course of that day? Because, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want that confirmed.
That seems...
Everybody else is just more concerned with their own.
Yeah. Well, it's still worth...
And Silver, wait, what? Or war, cult, and now Armageddon? Yes, all of these things are occurring all at once.
Hooray!
It's going to be a very quick and epic campaign.
We're all going to die from several directions.
Okay, so nobody corroborates this.
It's okay, the storm's only going to catch up with us if the doom counter goes off.
Is this worth reporting to the guard?
To the guard? No. Sending it along to Tagger? Yes.
Although we could... is there like a main road that comes up from the south?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it runs right through the farmlands.
Okay. And that comes in by a gate or something into the town? We could go to the southern gate and see if they've heard anything about this. If it's from the south and there are people coming from there. Then...
We're already in the south end of the capital. We might
Yeah.
as well.
Gate's not that far.
Silver, dude, we need to gain some levels. Yeah. Epic skyrockets. All right, no, we go to the south gate.
I was actually thinking about that. I need to calculate that, but you guys built your characters at 3rd, right? Probably due for a level here pretty soon.
Yay.
Probably.
We don't bother with the cumbersome experience points here at the Cartographers Guild. We just wait for plot-appropriate times and...
And go, boom, you're leveled.
Da-da-da-da.
Because it makes sense. You did something cool. Now you're a higher level.
You got a thing.
You got a thing. All right. So we go to the South Gate.
Okay. You find yourself at the South Gate. Clearly not as nice as the East and West Gates because,
You don't
hey,
say.
it separates the castle from the farmland and you're still in the Silt District. So there we are. But, yeah, there's guards. There's travel. There's things.
Would you like to field this one, Danny?
I thought the more charming of our group might manage it.
I think you're very charming, but if you would like, Frenny.
Give it a
I'm
shot.
plenty charming, I just can't weaponize it. I've tried.
She has weaponized thickness for the powers of good.
Anyway. All right, so they have, the guards look particularly busy.
No, they look particularly bored.
Oh, great. I'll take it.
It's the middle of the day in the Silt District.
Yeah.
It's probably the most sought-after shift because nothing happens.
Okay. Well, she saunters on up.
Silver, hashtag weaponized charm.
Excuse me. God, I've been waiting for that.
Saunters on up, smiles engagingly.
Oh, dear. These poor guards. Yeah?
Hi.
Hello.
So, sorry to bother you. Sure you're busy.
No bother.
I heard the weirdest of rumors when I was out and about today, and I wanted to ask if anything official had come through.
Oh, which one is it this time?
The great storm of chaos in the south?
Huh. Hey, Brevin, you hear anything about a great storm coming from the south? Dude's in the middle of picking his nose. What? Great storm from the south. You heard anything about that? Well, no. All right, fair enough.
Okay.
News to me.
Oh, do you have something more fun then, though?
Not really.
Oh, pity.
Unless you want, let's see here. Supposedly there's a cow that squirts out mango juice. There's a two-headed chicken that'll tell your fortune. There is a whorehouse with a succubus.
Oh, that
one's a
sounds
fun
like
one.
fun.
What was that last one we heard?
Was it the Golden Smith Hammer one?
Oh, no, that one's new. I'll have to keep that one down. No, I think there was something about killer mermaids in the river or something like that.
Oh.
Ooh, also fun. Where's this whorehouse that has a succubus?
That's a good question. I'd like to know.
Not for long, you wouldn't.
Hey, no. At least you'd go out happy.
Sure.
All right, well, thank you.
Oh, that mermaid in the river.
Get off at 5.
So brutal, that mermaid at the river.
People are always scared of things they don't understand.
Silver, the second guard doesn't seem too bright. Well, his name was Brevin.
Well, I think we've hit a wall here.
Yeah. So far, our most promising lead is,
The first one we got.
the
Yeah.
first one we got.
Such is the way of investigation.
I'm still very curious about the cold zone in the district, but,
Oh, what? Not the whorehouse?
well, I don't think the whorehouse is accurate.
Would you be if you thought it was?
I'd be very curious about it, yes. I've never met a succubus.
I would rather not.
They might be interesting to talk to. You don't know.
You technically don't know.
It's still demonic. Don't talk to demons. Demons are not your friend. They'll tell you they are. They're not.
They're lying.
Well, you just don't let them do anything to you. They still could be worth talking to.
Is it a question of letting?
Yeah, that's the problem. And also, like, a succubus, like, her entire job is to seduce people. Talking is probably all she needs.
I thought, oh, okay, maybe that's just a story then.
What is just a story?
I read in a book somewhere or something that succubi are only interested in the male of the species.
Oh.
So
So you would be safe.
I am operating on the assumption that she would actually just talk to me.
Thoughts?
Admittedly, my demonology is not great.
Well, mine's not good either.
How about we don't test it? How about that?
And also, if she's trying to hide out and not draw attention, a bunch of adventurers barging in and being like, "Are you really a succubus?" would probably make her respond badly.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Jarek?
It's beyond my expertise.
Okay.
shut that down right away. Let's just hope she is as mythical as the dragon.
Okay. Probably.
Probably.
In the meantime, we should probably take a nap since we'll be keeping watch all night.
Fair enough.
This has been a good part of the day. Okay. So
Time for home and naps.
All right, you head back to the manor house. You sleep until night. And then you make your way out of the Coin District's gates and back towards the Nymph's Grotto, because that was in that same area. And...
It was in the same area as the nymph.
Huh?
Now I'm beginning to wonder if it was just the nymph, but...
This wasn't where the cold is it? Or is it? No.
No.
Okay.
Cold is in the Silt District.
Right.
This was in the shadow of the castle, beneath the city walls.
All right, well...
I doubt any cultists have found that grotto. You had to be right on top of it or be following someone to see it.
Though, if she's been there a while, she might have more information about this.
Did she not say that she only came to the city occasionally and did not stay long?
Fair enough.
I'm hoping she's not here, but it would be worth checking if nothing comes of this. One would think she would have said when we startled her, "No, not the cultists."
Well, she would not necessarily recognize what people are doing
Microphone.
as they're wandering around at night. She just might have noticed. She might have a more specific time about when people were doing so.
I see.
So you guys approached her in like the afternoon.
Right.
So if these guys show up at the night,
It's entirely possible she would not be aware of it.
Well, let us see. I hate the new moon. It's always so dark.
that might be the point.
I'm sure it is.
Time for break.
Oh, it's the time. Okay, well then we will go ahead and get down to that particular area, and what you discover there, we'll find out next episode.
Which for you Twitch viewers is probably like, I don't know,
10, 15 minutes.
15
something like
minutes?
Yeah, so we're just going to take a quick break on Twitch. But as for those of you watching us on YouTube, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye!